All right, so we just finished up 2022, and I am definitely not as happy as I should be with the outcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff Standley with Standley Handcrafted, and I guess I should clarify a little bit more on what I mean with that one, and I'll go into further detail. I will start out by saying 2022 was actually a good year. All around for me with everything I'm doing, it was a good year, but there's a lot that was left to be desired. There was definitely some things that I know I could have done better on. And that is kind of what I wanted to focus on this video. Not so much of a downer video, but a video where I'm kind of looking back on the year and kind of going over what I could have done better. But I will say the year turned out to be very good with everything that was going on with the YouTube channel, selling candle supplies, my actual candle website, and then of course the new boutique that we opened up, Clove and Ivy. All of those things together, I definitely can't be disappointed with everything that I accomplished last year. But having said that, and again, why I wanted to make this video is going back through, and I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with, a lot of people I think should do, is definitely to go back through and see, not really beat yourself up, and that's not what this video is. I'm definitely not beating myself up for what I didn't do over the past year. This is definitely me just looking back and thinking, what could I have done better, on top of what really turned out to be kind of a down year for a lot of people as far as like the economy, recession talks and everything like that. There are a lot of areas where sales are down. So even to have a good year, I'm definitely thankful. So I'm not overlooking that in the slightest. But I know for me personally, there are a lot of areas where I definitely could have done a lot more. This channel being the very first one. This is probably, along with making candles, the thing that I've been doing the longest. I started doing this channel probably just a month or two into actually when I first started making candles about 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember exactly when, but the channel has been a big focus. And this last year, and even the previous year before that, the channel started to lose a little bit of focus, or I started to lose a little bit of focus on the channel because I was doing so much more with the boutique that was opening up, with getting into selling candle supplies. That whole process definitely took time away from the videos, which again cut me down to not releasing as many videos as I wanted to. And that's definitely something that I know I could have gone in and done a little bit more. There were absolutely times where I was home, I could have recorded a video, but I took the easy route out and I just kind of sat down and relaxed for the evening. But again, I'm not going to beat myself up over that one just because I know on top of the YouTube channel, making candles, trying to sell candles, getting candle supplies, opening up the warehouse, and then of course opening up the boutique, my plate is full. And then to add on top of all that, I still work my full-time job. So I know I didn't have much time. So me taking an extra night or two and just relaxing and doing nothing, I definitely don't feel bad for that one. But the competitive nature in me, the entrepreneur in me, knows I could have held off on watching a season of whatever the hell and actually done a video or two or made some more candles. And then, of course, the other big thing that I really slowed down on was my actual candle business. I didn't sell nearly as many candles as I do in a year. This year was definitely way down. The beginning of the year started out pretty good. It was definitely up. I was doing a few classes, getting everything going. And then, of course, it dipped way down because I had to put a lot more focus into the candle supply side. So we opened up the candle supply business, I think a little over a year and a half ago. Went through all of last year, or went through most of last year. I think we started to get our first supplies right around June or July, and kind of ramped everything up, trying to get as much as possible. And then this year, we really tried to get in. We got the new space. It was getting built out. So there was definitely a lot going on, and a lot of my focus was on that, which is another reason why I'm not beating myself up, and another reason why a lot of people out there watching these videos shouldn't beat themselves up in a similar situation. People, you have to learn when you're growing, when you know you're going to not really take a step back, but kind of taking a step back to move forward. I knew I was slowing down in a couple areas, the website, the YouTube channel, to grow in other areas, which was the candle supply, the store, and the boutique. And honestly, that's where I have to really focus on kind of the real positives that came out of this thing. The supply business has grown really well. It did very well this year. And on top of that, we actually opened our store, Clove and Ivy, and I've made some videos about it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some pictures here of the actual boutique itself. I've made videos on that one. It's still, that is still a slow growing process with people figuring out where we are, trying to get traction in the store, word of mouth, things like that. So everything is still growing, but to have the warehouse growing like it is, constant customers coming into the website, coming into the store, and now the boutique starting to get more foot traffic, you can't see that as anything but a win. And honestly, it's all four of those things, and there's so much more going on, but those main four things, the boutique, the candle supplies, the candle website, and the YouTube channel, those are all things that I'm actually very excited for in this next year. I've already started to write down kind of a plan of action, things I want to accomplish, new products that we're working on. And of course, I'm going to document all that on the channel here. So if you have any questions about what happened in 2022 or what's going to happen in 2023, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And again, the reason I made this video is to really go through and help me figure out what I need to do better for this next year, which is why, again, I'm so excited for this next year. I have no problems going through and humbling myself and knowing exactly where I messed up. Messing up on when it comes to the candle supply side of things, we're still dealing with a lot of shipping issues, not only shipping issues that kind of come around during November, December when everything is crazy, but just going through, we still have 1 to 2 employees in the warehouse shipping hundreds of orders right now. And while things are growing, it's one of those things where we definitely need more people sometimes, but I can't have more people all the time because sales aren't just constantly there every single day. So we definitely struggle. And this is something I think a lot of people may struggle with as well, is you definitely have peaks and valleys, times when you're doing extremely well and you're like, I could absolutely bring in another person here. We could do so much better. And then the very next week, the very next month, things are down and you're worried about how you're going to handle everything. And in turn, that just creates times where you're not getting things out. A lot of orders come in and it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get everything out, which of course ends up on the customer side of things a week. And in some cases longer than that, which is absolutely unfortunate. So it's things like that that we're working on as far as going into 2023 to really get things up and moving, and definitely in a much more positive direction. And of course, I just made a video within the last couple of weeks talking about kind of me being nervous to go into 2023. There are definitely some things that I'm nervous for going into 2023, and I'll definitely make a video on that one. But even aside from that, I'm still very excited with what 2023 has to offer. And of course, one of the big focuses for me is going to be the YouTube channel again. We've got space now where I can actually sit down and do some of the full tutorial videos that I like to do, some of the stuff that people have been asking for a long time. So we'll be getting back into that one. I've got some people helping me. And of course, I'm going to try to go through and update a lot of those because it's definitely the #1 ask on any of the comments in the videos and the emails that I get from you guys. And of course, if you guys want to see anything new, like I said earlier, if you want to see anything new, or if you want to, or if you have a comment on 2022, or like I said, going into 2023, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll go through and try to make a video and kind of answer as many of those as I can. But if you've made it this far in the video, how was your 2022? Are you happy with the way things turned out, or are you a little disappointed, or have you noticed and recognized and written down what you did wrong, kind of your stumbling blocks and what you're going to do going forward? And let me know in the comment section down below. And again, thank you for watching the video. I did want to mention we just released the DIY Valentine's Day kits that have the new A05 Cocoa Soy Wax, 3 of the Lumen Vogues, 3 of the Boho Soft Oils, and wicks to go in every vessel. So if you want to test that stuff out, definitely jump over there, grab one of the DIY kits, and we'll see you in the next video.